Simple stitches, quick designs, beginner friendly. Boring, right? Well, that's what I used to think. Hi, everyone. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I'm really glad that you did. My name is Jana Kay, and in this video, leave it to stitches to show me that simple can be simply beautiful. So, have you ever seen patterns stated beginner friendly and as an advanced or intermediate crocheter thought, nope, that's not for me. It's too easy, too boring. Or maybe you've actually thought, oh, beginner friendly, man, I can whip that out in a jiffy. Well, I've thought that. Uh, but recently, there have been a couple of projects that I found and worked on for one of those reasons that ended up being amazing and beautiful and much more than I thought it was gonna be. So I was looking at first at a coaster pattern, trying to uh, get a pattern that I could work up 6 coasters quickly to get to my neighbor. And then I was also looking for a beanie pattern that would also work up quickly because I just wanted to have a quick, fun project just to kind of be something I could get done in the evening that would just kind of be a break between all the other things that I have been working on. But very surprised at how simple yet beautiful they came out. So I want to share these 2 projects with a few others and just kind of highlight how simple stitches, when changes are made maybe in the order of those stitches, what those stitches come before or after, or where those stitches are placed or not placed, can really create some amazing, beautiful designs. Even allowing yarn to shine through those simple stitches because of the beauty in that yarn can just create projects, makes that are stunning. So let's get to it. Uh, First ones I do want to talk about are the 2 I mentioned, the coasters and the hat. So let's start with the coaster pattern. All right, so when I was looking at designs to work up quickly, my thought is I'm giving it to a neighbor to introduce myself, trying to get to know the neighbors in the area. And even if it's simple, it is okay because it's the thought that counts. Even if my neighbor does crochet and kind of looks at it and goes, "Oh, this is just a really simple coaster," that I thought that would be okay because I would needed to get them done quickly. And uh, as I said before, it's the thought that counts. So as I was coming or searching along, I found this pattern. It is called the Simple, go figure, Crochet Coasters. It is by Tiffany at Beautiful Dawn Designs. And always, all the patterns, everything makers that I talk about, anybody I mention will be in the description box below. So I've got these tied up and I'm going to keep them tied up, but I do have a picture that I will put here and then show you these coasters tied up. So this is the coaster pattern. As you can see, you just do double crochets and you just do your basic increase rounds, and then you get here and you do it is double with single crochets, but the way they are placed makes these beautiful peaks and valleys, kind of a chevron texture, beautiful border around the coasters. And this yarn is cotton yarn that I brought back from South Africa. It's very, very tightly spun yarn. So all the stitches, just the basic stitches, really pop in these coasters. And I looked at them and I thought, these actually are beautiful. And it is amazing to me how you can do just double crochets all the way around, but yet when you combine doubles and a chain and single together, you get a totally different shape, design. And I love the way these turned out. They were, got 6 of them done very quickly in the evening. I haven't been down to see my neighbor yet. It is spring break here, and so a lot of people are out away from home, and so yeah, so hopefully I will be able to catch them and give them their gift. I have a few some food items, little sweets, and then tea and these coasters to go with it. So excited about that. So the other one was the beanie. And really what I was looking for was a beanie where, unlike the coasters, where the beanie just didn't start out with those rounds of just double crochet increases. I wanted something a little more fun. I don't know, for lack of a better word. I wanted something a little more creative, different, still quick and easy, but a little different than the regular. Let's do the increased crown and then we can do all the fun things on the sides. I kind of wanted it to be fun all the way. Well, I searched on lace and lace beanies, and there was really nothing that was jumping out at me until I scrolled down. And you know, when you search on things, sometimes they don't always show everything you're looking for. Like every lace, like holy mesh kind of looking beanies is all I should have gotten. But I got another pattern that is not what I would call lacy at all, but it showed up in the feed. This is called the Fast and Quick. Just what I was looking for. And then it said in parentheses in the title, for beginners. It is by Sylvia at Unique Stitch Designs. And this is the beanie. And yep, I use some really amazing, I Love This Yarn print by Hobby Lobby. This is what it looks like in the skein, and this is the colorway Cobblestone Ivy. So that's what I was using, just had it in my stash. But if you just look at it, yeah, it's beautiful. And in fact, it's all half double crochets. But when I saw the picture of it, what caught my attention is that when you put it on, you can see these diagonals going through it. So it just gave this amazing design element to it. It was anything from the picture, anything but simple looking and very beautiful. It does remind me of the Divine hat that's got those diagonals going through it. And I thought, that is amazing. The most amazing thing about it is that it's all half double crochet, but you alternate the back loop and the front loop. And even the top, which I was looking for an interesting top, does it as well as you increase all the front, um, all the, when you do an increase, when you do two in the same stitches in the front loop, all of the single stitches, whichever row, whether you're doing one single stitch or you're on where you do increase and two single stitches, they're in the back loop. And I love the way it just flows so nicely from the crown all the way down into the hat, and that diagonal. The diagonal is actually created because you work in a spiral. So you don't slip stitch when you get to the last stitch. You don't slip stitch into the first stitch and then go chain and go do the next row. You work in a complete spiral, and it gave it that texture. This is the one that I just really got to thinking about, how alternating between front loop and back loop created such a unique, and instead of joining and single crocheting to go up to the next row, and just by working in the spiral created such an amazing, beautiful design to this beanie. I love it, and it is squishy, soft texture. It's amazing. One of my favorite. And I do love olive green. I don't wear a lot of brown, but love the way this yarn, this print yarn, worked up. So those were the two projects that just got me started thinking about basic stitches and not doing anything difficult with them, not popcorn or bobble stitches or front post or back post, but the way that they are placed, what they're placed next to, uh, just can create amazing designs. So I'm going to show you a few more. Okay, I want to show you a couple of washcloths. Now, this washcloth you may recognize, and I will say it hasn't been washed and used, so you may recognize as the uh, lemon peel stitch. And I don't have a moss stitch. But if you think about the lemon peel, I love this texture. It is a beautiful texture to it. It's got some personality to it. I just love the look of it. And same front and back. It's beautiful. But if you think about this compared to the moss stitch or the linen stitch, um, so the lemon peel is alternating single and double crochet stitches, whereas a moss stitch is alternating single and chain stitches. And the moss stitch creates a less dense fabric. The lemon peel actually works great. I know people use it for bags, but it works great in washcloths because it really holds up to stretching and scrubbing, and even when it's wet. And but the moss stitch I think works well also, but it's a more uh, drapey, airy kind of fabric to it. But just by changing double crochet to a chain, single crochet, double, lemon peel, single crochet, chain, moss stitch, two different fabrics and equally beautiful. So the other washcloths I have are knitted ones. And so I am doing, if you haven't caught my series, washcloth workshops, if you're interested in even learning how to knit, I do show how I knit the stitches and then put links because I am a continental knitter, which means I hold the yarn in my left hand like a crocheter. And uh, there's English style, which they throw the yarn or they flick it, but they hold the yarn in their right hand. And so anyway, all that to say, I do put tutorials linked in the description box in those videos, but I'm going through a 101 Easy Knit Stitches. This is a book I brought back from South Africa. And the first washcloth I did was this mock rib stitch. So it's not really ribbing, it's but it looks like it because it's got these ridges like ribbing that go through. It's not quite as stretchy as regular true ribbing, hence mock rib. And then the one that I'm working on for sneak peek, my next video, um, is the seed stitch. And this is the seed stitch in knitting. So I'm working on it, trying to finish it up so I can get that out and the video out for everyone. But this is what the seed stitch looks like. So let me put this on my needle so it'll kind of, I do that so that I don't lose stitches off my needle, but the needle kind of gives it structure so I can hold them both up at the same time. So I'm going to move my yarn to the back. So I want to hold these up at the same time. So here's what they look like. Quite a bit different. Okay, they look different. And you would think that to do one versus the other, the instructions are different, but they're not. So to do the mock rib, and you, by the way, you cast on, in both cases, an odd number of stitches. But to do the mock rib, on the front side, you work a knit one, and then you alternate purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, all the way across and finish with the knit one. On the seed stitch, you start out on the right side with a knit one, and then you alternate purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, all the way across. The difference is on the wrong side of the mock rib, you do all purl stitches all the way across. Whereas on the seed stitch, you do the same thing you did on row one, and you knit one, then you alternate purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, all the way across. So just changing up the second row, you go from this texture, seed stitch, to the mock rib by alternating purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one to all purl stitches. It changes the look. Is that not amazing? And both are so beautiful. This makes an amazing, I have a seed stitch washcloth already. It is one of my favorite ones to use in the kitchen. It's an amazing washcloth, but it's just such a great, if you like fidget toys, it's sensory, you need something that's sensory, ooh, this is it. I just love touching, feeling this, and it is amazing. This stitch would be a great stitch even on a sock. You just want to do mock rib, you don't want to do a real stretchy rib all the way across. This would be a great stitch to try in a sock pattern. I think it also will make a great washcloth as well. So amazing that just by changing a row, you get a completely different stitch. By changing what comes after a single crochet, you get a completely different stitch pattern, and both are absolutely beautiful. So let's move on to the next project I want to show you. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, well, actually, it's three things, and that is what is behind me. First of all, this is my corner-to-corner blanket. But before I show you that, I want to show you a top. Oops, sorry, I knocked my camera. This top is called the Summer Breeze Raglan. It is by Becky Mately, and I love this pattern. It is beautiful. So as you can see, these are half double crochets. These are half double crochet with a chain one in between, and it creates this lacy texture for the sleeves. Amazing. Just by adding space, by chaining after a stitch, you end up with this lacy looking sleeve section to this top. It's really beautiful. And the half double crochets are stacked on top of each other, so the spaces, the holes, the lace holes are stacked from row to row on top of each other. But I am working on a granny square or a hexi-cardi, which is granny squares, and I have finished both panels. I'm so excited. But if you look at the stitches, we also have spaces or chains in there. The only difference is instead of stacking stitches on top of each other, you stack stitches in these spaces. So just by stacking stitches on top of each other or in the spaces, you change the look. And then you think about V-stitches where you take a cluster of 3 and instead of making 3, you do a chain in the middle, you get a V-stitch. Amazing and beautiful. So yep, this is one panel of my hexi-cardi. I've got 2 done, ready to mark off my shoulders and start adding to the body and the length of it. Very excited. My mom showed me that she is done with 1 panel. She'll need my help doing the magic ring. So yeah, in fact, I told her, I said, well, you can chain, and then, you know, the normal way she always starts off a granny square by chaining and working into the chain. She's like, no, I want to learn the magic loop or magic ring. Um, so I showed her, but we'll have to remind her when she starts her second panel. So that's coming along nicely. Excited about that. And then, as I mentioned, corner to corner, where you put those cluster, yes, this is big and bulky and heavy, but you put the cluster around a chain, not into the top of stitches or the space between stitches. You put them sideways into a chain. Corner to corner is only double crochet. You can do it with half double crochet and chaining. But yet, where you place the stitches completely changes the outcome of the project. And I love this yarn. I think this was also a Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn print. And really, I don't remember the name of the colorway, but then alternated it with just plain white yarn. But yeah, really, really, sorry, I'm touching my microphone. Really love this blanket. And it's really soft, cozy. And that's the neat thing too about these simple stitches, is that they can create a thick fabric, or you put enough holes, it creates a lacy fabric. You use like in the boss stitch, you use single crochet with a chain and single crochet chain. It, even though you work into the chain the next row, it gives it more drape to it. It's just amazing, just the combination and how you place basic stitches to create such different fabrics and amazing projects with them. And don't forget mosaic, where all you do is do single, double crochet, back loop, front loop, and change color. And you can get an amazing design. All right, I have a few more. I'm getting to my knitting, even though I did the knitting washcloths. I'm getting to a few other knitting projects that I want to show you. I just want to share really quickly because it is getting to be long, but you can see that I have just been fascinated by basic stitches. In knitting, basic stitches are knit and purl stitches. Knit stitches create just these V's. The purl stitches make these bumps on the back of them. So that's knit and purl. And this is called the Squares and Purl Blanket. It is by Linda at Linda Simpson Designs. Her YouTube channel is the Disley Sisters podcast, and they are really fun to watch and do so many amazing projects. But the order that you put your knit and your purl stitches creates this blanket that is going to have squares that offset each other in knit and purl. You're going to look at it from a distance and see those individual squares, and yet the only thing that makes up this blanket are knit and purl stitches and the order that you put them in. Crazy. The other thing is a plain old sock. This is a vanilla sock, which means I just knit around, 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 and around. But when you alternate knit and purl, you create ribbing. When you don't and you just knit, you create this smooth fabric. And when you add in what they call slip stitches, where you just slip the yarn, you don't do a knit or a purl, you just slip it from one needle to the next, you create this look. So this is the heel flap, and it actually creates a really thick texture. It's done on socks so that when you wear them in shoes, the shoes don't rub holes as you're walking or running or hiking or whatever you're doing. Don't rub holes. It's a thicker texture to hold up under the wear and tear of your shoes. So alternate knit, purl, straight knit stitches, and knit and slip stitches. Create completely different textures and looks. And these are simple stitches that lets the beauty in all three of those places, in the heel, in the leg, and in the ribbing, lets the beauty of the yarn shine through. So there are so many endless patterns. I'm sure there's more I could show you. We're just changing the order of the stitches, changing where you place them in a front loop or a back loop, or leaving it, chaining and leaving a stitch empty. All of those. The order single crochet next to a double crochet, next to a chain, two stitches in the same place, separated by a chain or not, in a space or done on top of stitches. All of those little changes with basic stitches can create endless, beautiful designs. So, yes, labeling beginner friendly, it is important because when you begin a craft, you do want to find those patterns, those designs that will encourage you to keep going, that will help you as you practice your craft so that you can become intermediate or advanced. So don't hear me say in this video that intricate, complicated, advanced stitch designs are not beautiful. They definitely are, and they are fun, and they help all of us improve and grow in our crafting. Um, they can challenge us, but don't be like me and just snub a beginner pattern or only choose it so you can get something done quickly. Let it highlight hand-dyed or beautiful yarn that you have in your stash or that you found that you bought, whatever it is. Um, or just be surprised like me. I think even if I did this in a solid yarn, this pattern would have shocked me in how pretty and just the way it turned out with these diagonals and texture to it. So yeah, let it surprise you and interest you. So as I said, there's millions, thousands, endless patterns out there. I would love to know. We would love to know. Everybody who reads each other's comments would love to know what patterns, simple, basic patterns, have really impressed you, have been your favorite. I would love for you to share with us in the comments below. So it is Friday. It is Good Friday that you will be seeing this video. Sorry, the sun just went behind clouds, so it's coming in and out, but it's a beautiful day outside. But it is Good Friday. It is Easter weekend. And talking about simple designs, I couldn't help but want to share the simple gospel, good news of Jesus with you all. The gospel is simple. People just seem to make it a little more complicated than it really is. So here's the simple version. God created the entire world. He created it perfectly. It was good, meaning perfect. And he knows exactly, as the creator, exactly how it should work. You can think of it with anything. Toyota, who manufactures cars, Apple, who makes phones. They make it, they know how it works. He knows how creation works best and how we should live in it. But people decided that they knew better than God, or at least wanted to know everything God knows and be in control. It's impossible, but that took a lot of selfishness to think, hey, I want to know it all and I want to be in control. I don't want to do it the way it's supposed to be done. And so our selfishness, wanting to be in charge, it actually keeps us from a relationship with God. It did with the first people God created. It caused a break in their relationship. And now there is nothing we can do to fix the problem. We can't do it ourselves. Why? Because we're not perfect. We keep acting selfishly. I act selfishly every day. And so when I try to fix something, I just mess it up again. There is nothing because we can't be good enough. It's too hard. And even one act of selfishness keeps that break in our relationship with God. So God took care of the problem himself. He sent himself, Jesus. Emmanuel, his name means God with us. And he sent him to live exactly the way we were supposed to live, a perfect life. And then he paid for our selfishness. So simply put, if you believe it, if you believe everything you know about Jesus, that the Bible tells you about Jesus, and you confess your selfishness and choose to follow Him out of love, the relationship is repaired. You're right with God. You have a close, intimate relationship with Him now and into the future. Simple. No hard work, nothing to do except believe and confess. That's it. God is love, and He made the way, and you just have to accept that gift. If you are unsure, though, I just would encourage you to read the Bible. Start with the Gospels, specifically the book of John. In the New Testament, grab a Bible, you see there's Old Testament, New Testament, New Testament. John is the fourth book in the New Testament, but the first four are all about Jesus. So just suggesting that you start with John. So may you have and grow in your relationship with God through this Easter season. So, thanks again for stopping by. A little bit longer video than I had planned, but I am so thankful that you have watched this long. And don't forget to let us know in the comments below your favorite beginner friendly or simple, quick design pattern is. And yeah, how those simple patterns can be simply beautiful designs. And as I always say, and truly mean, you all bring me so much joy. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week crafting and creating. And we'll see you in the next video when I leave it to stitches. Bye.